Well, welcome from the USA, from Florida. And although the scene behind me is fake, this week I'm actually staying at the ocean and it's very nice. A little cold today, but that's okay. And excuse the noise in the background, that's the washing machine. But I needed to record this, um, what I call a check-in. All right, I just wanted to talk about Psalm 51. Two completely different things I'd like to talk about. First of all, I just want to point out the fact that Psalm 51 is amazing that anybody's scripture would have this confession of sin in it. I mean, think about it. Can you imagine any religion with one of their greatest heroes, King David, actually having committed this sin, but especially having it written down so that everybody reads it? And there is no honor in it. It is all shame. There's nothing good that comes from it. Only bad, right? And you go, oh my word. And it's in the scriptures. And it's about David. And David is the ancestor of Jesus. And like, oh my goodness. So first of all, if you ever want to think about why do we have things like this in the Bible, here's a really simple answer. Because they actually happened. And God isn't interested in a fake religion. God's interested in something that's real. And that's real. Number one. Number two, I want you to notice here that David confesses his sin. And boy, we could do a whole sermon on it easily. I'm not going to do that. But I just want you to notice here that confession is a really good thing. Super, super good thing. And the reason why confession is so important when you've committed sin is because, I mean, God knows what you've done, but you need to tell him. And notice the way that David tells God, he doesn't just say, I sinned. He explains it pretty, I mean, it's pretty broad in what he says. He covers a lot of different things there. And that's what we need to do. We need to tell God what we've done and why it's bad and what it shows about us and how we desperately need God to cleanse us. It's extremely important that we are honest with ourselves and with God about our sin. Problem is that we sin sometimes again and again, the same sin, lying or looking at pornography or hating people or gossiping or self-pity and so many different things that we do. And the problem is that we confess it the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, but we give up after a while. I just want you to notice here that David not only confessed his sin, he also asked God to help him not to do it anymore. He asked God to created him a clean heart and to renew a steadfast spirit. A part of confession is saying, God, I'm asking you to change me so that I never do this again. I'm asking you that the next time I'm tempted to do this, that I'll figure out what you want me to do so that I won't fall to the temptation. So I just wanted to encourage you, make confession a regular, everyday part of your life. A really good time to do it if you can stay awake long enough is when you're lying down to go to sleep. Before you close your eyes, think about your day and talk to God about the things that happened that day and the things you didn't do that you should have done. You can thank him. That's a great thing to do before you go to bed or before you go to sleep. Thank him. But if that doesn't work for you, then do it in the morning. That means you got to get up a few minutes early so that you're not just running to get to class on time. Well, we're not running to get to class lately, but what you need to do is you need to make sure that you're really thinking and ask God to show you where you've sinned, what you need to change, how you need to deal with it. So I just wanted to encourage you. I really do want to encourage you. Make a regular practice, I would say daily, where you think about what you've done during the day and you confess your sin either the night that you, or before you go to sleep, or right, you can do it anytime really. Just have to make it a habit, probably the same place and the same basic time, just every day, okay? Because what it does is it makes sure what we used to call as having, keeping our accounts close. So we're always making sure that we're up to where, you know, we're not like hiding a sin or ignoring a sin or excusing a sin. That's bad. That's not a good thing to do. Okay. Hope this is helpful. It really is helpful, although lots of times we don't honestly tell ourselves what our sin is. And we don't honestly tell God either. God bless. Have a happy, joyful, filled with joy Easter. God bless.